Are you in the Fredericksburg area and need water management solutions, a dumpster roll-off, leaf removal? Then you need to stay tuned for our next guest. Hello everyone, welcome to Allied HomeQuest, Complete Connection with the Community in Real Estate. I'm Mary Camuso, Realtor with eXp Realty, and I'm pretty stoked because today we're here with Mason Lewis, the owner of Lewis Enterprises and B&N Rolloffs, a dumpster rental and management solutions company. And Lewis Enterprises is a local landscaping company with amazing customer reviews. He is building a strong reputation in our community. Welcome, Mason. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, definitely. So how long have you lived in the Fredericksburg area?
My whole life, 31 years. Yep. I was born at the Old Mary Washington Hospital.
Hey, me too.
Yep. Been here my whole life, mostly in the Ferry Farm area.
Awesome.
Yep. Now I'm in Chatham, so haven't gone far.
I like both those areas, so
Yep.
it's nice.
Yep.
What is your favorite thing about Fredericksburg?
That is still like small town feel. It's definitely gotten bigger just in my life. It's blown up, but it still feels like a small town. It's not, it does get crazy every now and then, especially you go north a little bit, but it's still slower. It's not quite as slow as like a small farming town, but it's still carries the small town feel.
Yeah, definitely. I love that too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like small but big.
Yeah.
You still get like all the advantages of maybe like a bigger locale.
Yep.
And then you still get the small town feel. Awesome.
Yep.
Very cool. So can you tell us something that maybe most people don't know about you?
Outdoorsman. I spend a lot of free time, outside, fishing, hunting, doing that kind of thing.
Nice.
Yep.
What do you prefer, fishing or hunting better?
I don't really prefer either one.
They both are.
Yeah, you fish in the
they're
warm.
both up there?
Yeah, you fish in the warm months and hunt in the colder months.
Yeah, awesome. Very cool. So can you tell us what drives you to do what you do? What's your motivation?
Well, we started Lewis Enterprises, quite a few years back, and we started it with the intent of cutting a little grass and mostly pushing snow. We push snow for VDOT, and that's how it started. We started with a few plow trucks and a part-time employee, and I was working full-time somewhere else, and we did it with the intent just to push snow. And here we are 10 years later, and it's kind of manifested itself into something else. And we do it, we've got a lot of good guys that have been with us a long time, and they all depend on us for work. We depend on them to get the work done. So that's mostly the reason we still push for growth and push to be good in the community and that kind of thing.
Awesome. So do you still do the snow removal?
We do.
Very cool.
We are, I think, the second largest VDOT snow contractor in the Fredericksburg region now.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
Congratulations on that.
We've got trucks that are in the Stafford headquarters. This year will be the Falmouth headquarters and the Chancellor headquarters.
Very cool.
So, we cover a pretty large area with we take care of, like up north, we take care of 610. In Chancellor, we had Route 3 from Gordon Road down to 95. So, we take care of some of the larger main roads in the area.
It's a pretty big coverage area.
It is.
While we're on Lewis Enterprises, you did say you were established in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yep.
What are some of the other things that you all offer as far as services go?
We offer full service lawn maintenance, cutting, trimming, edging, blowing on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. We offer mulching, your flower bed maintenance, pruning, plantings. We deal with a local nursery that we have phenomenal results with. Planting everything that's native. We try to stay away from a lot of the invasive species of plants that a lot of people do like, but cause a lot of problems down the road. We do a lot of stormwater management, dealing with drainage issues from, running everything from running downspout drains out from your house all the way to dealing with retention ponds and HOAs. We take care of a lot of different stuff with stormwater. We're starting to get into fertilizing. We work with another team doing it, another local company, doing like liquid fertilizer treatments. So similar to what you get from like a Virginia green or a True Green, just with local guys. With them you can call and you get an office and somebody who doesn't know. With us you call and you get the owner. So we get phenomenal results with that. And then commercial snow removal.
Very cool.
Those are our main things. We also do leaf removal in the fall. That's a big part of um, our workload. So.
Wow, very cool.
Yep.
Pretty much anything involved with your yard,
Mm-hmm.
you're the go-to guy.
Yep.
Awesome. You have a pretty good staff. How many folks did you say you had?
Currently, I think we have 19 full-time guys,
Awesome.
and then one office personnel. So we're running 2 landscape crews and 3 grass crews, and then kind of a crew that kind of floats a little bit. They fill in where needed, help us on the day-to-day operation where if somebody's short, they kind of fill that void. And
Awesome. Sounds like you have a pretty strong team.
we do. We have a great group of guys.
Very cool. Now, when you say water management stuff, does that kind of run into B&N or?
No, water management is just your drainage issues. So, if you have a spot in your yard that's pooling water, or a soft spot in your yard that stays soft, or anything from that all the way to a major erosion issue on the side of a hill in a stormwater pond. We take care of that. B&M is more dumpster, just roll-off services. They don't. B&M does nothing with the stormwater side.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, the stormwater is just like it says, like the issues with water where water's not where you want it. If it's in a foundation or something like that, we don't do any waterproofing, but we do what we can to mitigate the water away from the home, so you don't have that.
Awesome. That is something that I have found that we have a strong need for, because almost every single property that I show or I go to or I see, or a friend's house, or even like my house, I could see that how I could use some little bit of some French drains to channel the water. Water could be very destructive, and it's one of the most destructive elements. So it's really cool to find you that can manage that for so many folks.
Yeah, we've run some that people have had whole basements filled up. We did one a couple years ago, the worst one I've ever seen, where a customer had a storm line that run underneath the road, a VDOT maintained line that got plugged up and pushed all the water across their front yard and filled their basement up so bad that it blew their emergency escape windows out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they had a full 10 foot of water in their basement.
Wow.
Went all the way up to the bottom of the joists, and their basement was finished.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what the total dollar amount was to fix it, but I couldn't imagine. I mean, they had to completely gut the whole basement.
Yeah.
Everything, and then.
So when you came in to do the water removal?
No, we didn't do any of the water inside. All we did was cut ditches around the home, worked with VDOT to clear the pipe, because that was the original issue. VDOT had everything in place to mitigate the water away, but the pipe got stopped up actually from a basketball and wound up not letting the water to leave.
Oh,
and that instead of going across the road where it was supposed to go, it went back across their yard, and their house was dead in the way, and it went right inside.
That's terrible.
Yep.
So do you have like a partner company that you work with to help like with that water removal? Or?
Most of the time it's the other way around. We get called from after the insurance has been called, and we'll work with some to help get it away. But most of it is the insurance jobs are few and far between. Most of them is a customer that's just not happy with a soft spot in their yard, or an HOA that has failed a county inspection. There's a few little things that they need to fix on inspection, and they call us to come fix the problems. But most of what we do is drains around homes and stuff like that, where a customer cares what his yard looks like. He wants it quality, and what happens is there's a low spot or something, or a natural spring, and we mitigate that problem for him to get the yard back to where it should be.
So you could do like a dry well and everything?
Yep, we do a lot of dry wells. We try to get it out. Dry well's normally the last option. That's normally last result, but we try to. The goal is always to get it in the pipe away from the house. That's what we always shoot for. Dry well is if you have a low spot and the whole yard's low. If you're in a bottom and there's no way to get it out, dry well's the last option.
I see.
Yep.
Are you able to kind of explain to folks that don't know what you're kind of referencing? Like, what is a dry well,
So
and what do you mean by like pipe it out?
a dry well is basically a hole that is full of stone and media to filter out any large aggregate and just allows the water to go back in the ground, but it gives it a low point in the yard that you can cover up or turn as like a rock garden. So it's a lot of times you'll see like a big rock garden in somebody's yard and it's in a low point. What that is their solution to solving a water issue in an area that it can't be solved without a pump, because you don't want to pump water, natural water. You want to let gravity move natural water if possible. Obviously, if you have to pump it, you have to. But I have not seen a situation yet where we've had to. We've been able to solve it with a dry well or piping it. Now, piping it is just getting water in the ground inside of a pipe that we installed and making it go where we tell it to go. Whether that be through, as small as like a 4-inch corrugated or like a 2-inch PVC coming off of a sump pump, all the way up to, we've installed pond pipes and dams of ponds that are, 36 inches. So, I mean, monster pipes.
When you put a pipe in, do you put gravel like around it too to help channel the water? Or?
So when you put a French drain in or a perforated pipe, yes. You want the gravel acts as a media to filter anything large from stopping the pipe up. The pipe, when you put a French drain in, the pipe is perforated, so there's holes cut in it. The point is to accept groundwater. So the stone acts as a filter. And then it has a sock on the outside, which is like a thin fabric that filters out any small media. And it gives an open area for the water to go to. So yes, it does get stone around it. But depending upon what kind of pipe it is, depends upon what kind of stone it gets.
Right. So if it doesn't have I guess a French drain is the holes in the pipe.
Yep, perforated.
And if it doesn't have perforation, if it's just a solid pipe, you would just bury it in the ground?
We would normally put a stone base and then backfill with, whatever the fill is you have on site.
Is that so you don't have to tamp it or
No, it's just where it has a good base where it doesn't want to move. A lot of times when you have a pipe that leaks, it leaks because the pipe moved. The soil shifted, and stone helps prevent that. So you want to give it something good to sit on. Most movement is vertical; it's not horizontal. If it's moving horizontally, you've got bigger problems than a pipe. So you give it something good to sit on, to where the pipe won't move and won't shift, to where hopefully the joint of the pipe stays good and tight. And you don't want to leak, because then that causes a sinkhole, and then you got to dig it back up, move the pipe, and nobody wants to do that.
No.
Yeah.
Once it's in, let it be in, right?
Yep.
So let's chat a little bit about B&M Rolloffs. What are some of this? You provide dumpsters for folks to, do whatever they need, and then do you drop off, pick up?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about the services there.
So what we do is we offer smaller can rentals. The dumpsters we offer are 15, 20, and 25 yard cans. And what that means is 25 cubic yards is the measurement of the size of the can. What we do is, if a customer needs one, they can call. We deliver a dumpster on site, and when they're ready, they call back. We dump it, dispose of whatever material's in it, and invoice at the time of completion. We run them from everything from residential people who are looking to clean out a garage or an attic or a shed, to a water mitigation company that has a flood in the basement and their gut in the basement, to tree companies who are doing storm work. We're doing right now with renovation companies for a couple hotels in Fredericksburg. They're gutting hotels out, rebuilding them, and we've got dumpsters over there for that. So we kind of cover all bases on small dumpster rentals. We don't carry anything above a 25 currently. So we're not in the large construction site or general contractor, like home constructions. But we're in the renovation, remodeling, that style. We do a little bit with roofers, a little bit with people who do siding. We cover the Fredericksburg area mostly. We will go down to King George. We will go up to Prince William, out to Fauquier. So
is it pretty much the same range for Lewis Enterprises?
No, Lewis Enterprises, we try to stay in Stafford, Fredericksburg, and we'll go in Spotsylvania down to Spotsylvania Courthouse.
Okay.
We try to stay local in that area, but most of our bread and butter is 610 and Courthouse Road.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we're at 4 days a week.
Okay, very cool.
Yep.
So for the future of B&N, do you think that you might be interested in pursuing the larger?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. We will eventually be supplying large cans to, long-term rentals, being home builders, stuff like that. The ones you see that are on the side of 95 right now with the construction out there. But currently, our cans just aren't big enough for them right now. They push for large dumpsters. And, their cans are 22, 23 feet long. Ours stop at 16.
Wow.
So they fit in driveways great, but we just don't carry the size that they need.
Yeah.
So they're still heavy duty cans. We still take concrete delivery, concrete disposal, that kind of stuff, dirt, but they don't have the length that they want.
Yeah.
So
can you maybe tell us some of your goals for Lewis, B&N, and personally?
so Lewis Enterprises, our goal is just to bring a quality service to everybody that works with us on a day in day out basis. We push for that pretty hard, and we've got, like I said, a great team. We have a team that cares. We don't have any guys that show up for a paycheck. They care what the job looks like when they get there. They care what it looks like when they leave. We're very professional in that matter. We push hard for perfection. Our customers are, you can get on Facebook and see we're, highly recommended. Everybody who works around us loves us. And that's pretty much the only goal I really have for Lewis Enterprise. Just continue that, where no matter what job we do, they're happy. B&M, I would just like to see us stay on the track we're on. We're growing. We're a new company. We just started end of 2021. We only had a few dumpsters then, and we're renting over 30 now. So,
Very cool.
at the track we're on now, I'd just like to see us stay there. And personally, same thing. I'd just like to stay on the track we're on.
Very cool.
Yep.
Awesome. I like that your wife has now joined your team.
She has.
So it's a family business now. I always like to support the family businesses.
Yep. Yeah, it actually, Lewis Enterprise was started by my father in 2013 so we could push snow. And then I come on full-time in 18. My little brother runs one of the grass crews. Like I said, my wife is office manager. And a bunch of childhood friends and family friends work for us. So
very cool.
It is very family-oriented company. We very family-oriented.
Awesome. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like family.
Yep.
Is your dad still involved?
He is. Yeah, he's involved more on the logistical side now. He does a lot of running around getting stuff for us. Like today, we got 20-some trees going in. He's running up and grabbing those for us. He's in the logistical side for us, getting parts when stuff goes down, moving stuff around. It's just, he fills that void very well.
Awesome.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yep.
Is there anything else that you would like anybody to know about either company?
Just check us out on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, we keep a pretty big social media presence.
Awesome. Well, I think that we could probably go on all day here, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And if you all need a dumpster service, landscaping, snow removal, trees, if you need anything, you could contact Mason directly. I'll put his contact information in the comments below, or you could reach out to me and I'd be happy to connect you with him. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thanks
I really appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Thanks again, everyone. I'm Mary Camuso with eXp Realty, and we have Mason Lewis with B&N Rolloffs and Lewis Enterprises being featured. Reach out.
Yep.
Thanks so much.
Thank y'all.
Have a good day.